This week's episode of The Brilliant Baking Show is brought to you by Brilliant Baking Magazine. If you'd like to sponsor an episode of The Brilliant Baking Show, please get in touch.
Welcome to Brilliant Baking, the show that takes the mystery out of baking and delivers hints and tips straight to your screen.
This week we're going to answer your questions and make a no-bake cake.
Question 1 is from David Flynn, who says, why does my batter always curdle?
Well, when you're making cake batter, the most important thing is that you bring all your ingredients up to room temperature. If you put cold eggs into your mixture, it's going to curdle, but you can bring it back.
Yeah, if that happens to you, then just add 1 or 2 spoons of flour and just keep mixing it, and eventually it should come back together.
Erin McCarthy says, how can I soften my butter quickly?
Well, we had a great tip when we interviewed Lisa Faulkner. She told us that Mary Berry had passed it on to her, and that is to cube your butter and put it into tepid water for about 20 seconds, take it out, and it should be ready to use. Saves you putting it in the microwave and having runny butter.
Last question. Amy Palmer says, my oven is broken, but I still need cake. What can I make?
Well, fortunately, we have got a fantastic recipe for a no-bake cake, and Lee's going to show you how to make it.
Okay, so I'm going to show you today how to make a really easy no-bake, and the best bit is it's a chocolate cake. So we're going to use lots of chocolate. We're going to be using Maltesers today and also Crunchies. Other chocolate, honeycomb, light chocolates are available. Okay, so we're going to start by crushing 200 grams of digestive biscuits, and you can do this 2 ways. I'm going to just use a rolling pin with them in a bowl. You could also put them in a plastic bag with a zip lock and then just bash them with a rolling pin. Okay, so you want to end up with some quite fine breadcrumbs. You don't really want big chunks of biscuit, so this sort of consistency. It's a bit like coarse sand. Okay, so when you've done that, we're going to chop up some Crunchie into some squares. I bought the bite-sized bars, but you can buy the bigger bars. And you want them a similar sort of size to the Maltesers, so not too big. You can cut them length across like that, and then cut them across lengthways, so they're sort of a small chunk. So just finish those till you've got some nice chunks, and that's your Crunchie done. Your Maltesers you just have as they are, you leave them whole. Now we're going to melt our milk chocolate. So we've broken up 200 grams of milk chocolate into a small pan, and we're going to add the butter and 3 tablespoons of the golden syrup. So that's the 3rd spoon of sugar. And they're all the ingredients that are going to be melted together on a really low heat. If it's too high, your chocolate might burn, and just keep stirring it until everything is melted together and you've got a lovely runny chocolate mixture. Okay, so now your chocolate's melted. The last and final bit is just to combine everything together in the bowl. So we've got our biscuits, and we're going to just put our chocolate in first. And then we're going to pour the chocolate over, and we're going to mix it really carefully. You don't want to mix it too much, because the chocolate, the Crunchies and the Maltesers will start to melt. Okay, so just give it a stir until the biscuits melted into the chocolate, and then just leave it. And we're going to put it into a square tin, and I've lined the tin, put a bit of butter into the tin, and then I've lined it with 2 sheets of parchment. We're just going to tip that all into the tray now and press it down until you get a fairly smoothish flat top. Okay, so you need to flatten it down so it's quite compact, and I've got a few Crunchie crumbs left, so I'm just going to sprinkle those over the top. And then that's ready to go into the fridge, and you chill it for at least an hour. Okay, so while that's chilling, we're going to take a short ad break.
Brilliant Baking Magazine is a worldwide digital magazine. It's full of practical tips, recipes, and advice on how to make money from your baking. Plus, every issue features an interview with a top international baker. Join the Brilliant Baking community on Twitter and Facebook and chat with other like-minded bakers. Brilliant Baking Magazine is available on subscription through iTunes and Google Play now.
Okay, welcome back. Our cake has been in the fridge now for just over an hour, so we're going to get it out and cut it into squares. The size of the square depends how much you want really and how greedy you are. So there we go, really easy, no bake cake. It'll keep in the fridge for about a week and just keep it cool. Enjoy! And that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please get in touch because we love to hear from you.
Contact us through Facebook or Twitter or email us at the usual address. All of the links are in the notes below.
Please send us your questions for the show, and if you've been baking, then send us your photos. We'd love to see them.
And you can find all of our episodes on our Brilliant Baking YouTube channel. So remember to subscribe and don't forget to share. So until next time, here's to your brilliant baking!